Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, I'm back with good news. And it's not just good news for now, although, let's be clear, it's good news. And it's good news for now specifically. But it's also good news that bodes well for the future, and it's just all kinds of awesome. You see, last week I told you about those Pokémon Center Special Boxes, and there were 3 of them that were gone and shown off. There was one for Fukuoka, one for Tohoku, and one for Hiroshima. I'm showing you the Pikachu cards on the screen because that's a nice way to show all the 3 of them off. And I told you that what these 3 had in common was that they were all Pokémon Centers which had been recently refurbished, although the one in Fukuoka actually not. I don't believe it's maybe it has opened up now. Maybe it opened up like a day or 2 ago. Maybe it opened up yesterday, in fact. Either way, these are ones that have just very recently been redone, which is lovely. The problem is they were sold by a lottery system, as is like always the case. This is how it goes, right? They were sold by a lottery system. And anyone want to guess what happened? Yeah, they were massively overly subscribed and people didn't get them. They're awesome products, people love them, and they were massively overly subscribed and a whole bunch of people didn't get them. Kinda sucks, right? There were 3 lotteries, a separate one for each of the 3. People didn't get them, and it was rubbish. Well, Pokemon have gone and made a statement, and it reads a bit like this. Thank you for your continued patronage of our products. We would like to inform you that we have decided to produce additional units of the following Pokemon card game products and sell them at the Pokémon Center online. And they are the Special Box Pokémon Center Tohoku, the Special Box Pokémon Center Hiroshima, and the Special Box Pokémon Center Fukuoka. We plan to continue producing additional stock depending on sales so that everyone can purchase the product. We ask customers who are considering purchasing the product on a flea market site to remain calm. Detailed information about the additional sales data and methods at the Pokémon Center Online will be announced at the Pokémon Center Online as soon as it is decided. We will continue to do our utmost to ensure that everyone can continue to enjoy the Pokémon card game. Thank you for your understanding. Some of the wording there I find very, 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 very interesting. Because it says, so that everyone can purchase the product. And it literally says Minasama in the Japanese text, which is everyone. It's a polite way of saying everyone. How like you would say to customers. Point is, they're not saying we're making a few. They're saying we are going to make it so that everyone can purchase. They then specifically go on to say, hey, if you're thinking of buying it from flea market sites, which is, again, it's a Japanese phrase, but basically means things like Mercari, eBay, etc., resellers, hold your horses, remain calm. Put very simply, Pokemon have literally come out and said, don't buy from resellers, we will make more. And I adore this, because the way you beat resellers is very easy. Make it unprofitable. If people don't buy from resellers because they can get it elsewhere, the resellers will get bored and leave us alone. And that's how we win. Basically, if this happens this time, the perfect scenario goes like this. Bunch of resellers get hold of this Pokemon Center product here, while a lot of the rest of us miss out, and the resellers sit there feeling very smug. Before those resellers can actually sell this product at a big markup, Pokemon come out and say, whoa, 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 don't buy from those idiots. We'll make more. Everybody goes, yeah, you know what? Let's not buy from those idiots. Pokemon are going to make more. At which point, the resellers sit there with a whole bunch of unsold product. And then the next time this happens, the resellers go, yeah, I'm not doing that again. Lost a bunch of money on that last time. That was not worth my effort. I'm not going to bother. And as soon as that happens, the resellers lose. I'm not saying these products are unscalpable. I'm not saying nobody's making a profit on these products. I'm saying it is becoming a lot more awkward. Pokemon are literally coming out and saying, don't feed the scalpers. I absolutely adore this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely adore this. Right now on Mercari, things aren't looking great. I'll be honest with you, because, I mean, I just looked at one of these at random, but the Tohoku, the one that's got Victini as a new mascot, had a look at that over on Mercari, and is generally selling for like 120, 130 quid. It's not ideal. That's what it's being listed as right now. And just to be clear, these are not expensive products. These are not expensive products at all. They resale at 2,090 yen. That 2,090 yen, I told you the other day, but come on, I understand that you don't all remember, and not all of you can, do that conversion in your head. I don't blame you. What's 2,090 yen come out as? $14. It's a $14 product that's being sold for like 10 times that or near enough over on Mercari. Things ain't good right now, ladies and gentlemen. And Pokemon have clearly noticed this. Pokemon have clearly seen how rough things are going on the secondary market and gone, we need to try and fix this. They don't want resellers getting them all in front of the real fans and then just making a big profit. Pokemon don't want people that actually want the product to pay 10 times as much from scalpers. Pokemon want the people who want the product to just buy it from them. I love that they're doing this. How extensive is it going to be? We don't know. When and how, we don't know. We don't know what's going on here. But the language they used, we will continue producing additional stock depending on sales so that everyone can purchase the product. We will continue to do our utmost to ensure that everyone can continue to enjoy the Pokemon card game. This isn't them saying we'll print a couple more. This is them saying we are trying to make this unscalpable. And look, it takes a while, but I keep telling you guys, this goes cyclical. It has happened before. And I sincerely believe it will happen again. Let's not forget that we had that Team Rocket Attache case. Came around a little while ago. Remember that one? Great product, but it sold out instantly and was super expensive on the secondary market. So Pokemon just came out and they were like, hey, so we're doing it made to order now so everyone can get one. I put in an order for one of these. Friend helped me out getting an order in. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't really care how long it takes. I want my Team Rocket Attache case. And I think I'm going to get one. I want these Pokémon Center boxes. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one. But I'm certainly feeling a lot more confident now than I was a week ago. Even entering the lottery, I wasn't thinking like I was going to get them. There we go. Now, if you want to know what's actually in these, because that is actually kind of cool, here are the 3 Pikachu I showed you earlier. Like I say, we got one for Hiroshima. That's got the shiny Gyarados theme, but you've also got like a score bunny on there and all of that. The one from Fukuoka has got the Latios and Latias theme, but we've also got Plusle and Minun there just kind of chilling. And Tohoku, as I told you, has got the Victini theme, so we've got that one going on there. And as well as that, there's a bunch of other stuff you get. Here's the free lots of sleeves. They're kind of awesome. They fit the theme quite nicely. Here's the free deck boxes. They're kind of awesome. They fit the theme quite nicely. And then in terms of the long box, we've got the Hiroshima one that looks very clean and it's got Munchlax digging in. That makes me happy. Here is the Tohoku box, which has got Victini, and they're all just kind of lots of food going on here. These things are making me hungry. And here is the Fukuoka one, where we've got Latios and Latias coming in, and Torchic is, shockingly enough, trying to buy some food from Tatsugiri of all Pokemon. I love this. I think these are some of the coolest products they've made in a long time, and I think the fact that they are really clearly and obviously trying to make these more available for us so that the scalpers lose is wonderful. Is it all going to work out perfectly? I don't know. But this is such good news. With the Attaché case going made to order, and now these coming out as well. And I'm not saying these will be made to order, but, made to order, one per account, only for people with verified phone numbers. Could be a solution, ladies and gentlemen. And let's face it, that's what they've done before. So that's what's going on. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these. Tell me how much you like these. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Get us! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Tamberlin, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.